Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is apparently in talks with Story Kitchen to adapt its story into a full-fledged live-action movie, and the game isn't even out yet. On top of that, fans are asking for a restock of the collector's edition for the game as it sold out 5 days after its announcement. Today, we will be covering all of this and more when it comes to Clair Obscur Expedition 33, so if any of this interests you, make sure to show off your hype for the game by scrolling down and hitting that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in keeping up with this new franchise. For reference, we will be working off the news provided on these topics found in an article from Bounding Into Comics, which will be linked in the description of this video if you're interested in checking out the full article. First, let's start off with news about the Collector's Edition. After announcing the release date for the game during the Xbox Developers Direct that happened on January 23rd, they also revealed 3 different editions that people could pick up for the game. One of which was a $150 edition that comes with a music box that looks like the monolith and paintress from the game's story as a major draw. Apparently, 5 days after it was announced, Sandfall Interactive shared the news that the collector's editions were completely sold out, stating the following: "Expeditioners, never could we have imagined that we'd have sold out of all of our collector's editions so early, nor did we know the demand for our physical versions would be so high." They continued by saying, "The outpouring of support has been wonderful, and we see your messages requesting restocks of certain editions and availability in your regions or for particular consoles. Truthfully, getting these made was a monumental feat for us. We are so grateful to see that the demand was there and that it exceeded our expectations. Though we will try our best to explore the options of restocking, we cannot promise it yet, and we hope you understand the limitations with this. With that said, we feel your support louder and clearer than ever. Thank you so much." All of this, in my opinion, is not only great to hear as a fan of not only this budding franchise, but for the studio and developers of this indie project as a whole. Their team has seemingly been hard at work for years now, putting this passion project of a next-gen JRPG together, and it shows. I am personally glad to see their hard work paying off already before the game even releases, and it makes chances of getting more projects or even a sequel to Expedition 33 more and more likely. Not to mention, as a physical copy collector myself, it's kinda cool seeing that people are really interested not only on the physical collector's editions for the game, but physical editions of this game as a whole. Especially in the time and place where digital games reign supreme, and where some console editions don't even have disc drives anymore. Considering this game has been confirmed to be a day one Game Pass game on Xbox Game Pass, I think this makes the feat that more impressive, since people who are part of that subscription literally have a chance to play the game already, but are choosing to support this franchise with a purchase of a physical edition regardless. They mentioned they will try to get more collector's editions out, but apparently it was hard getting as many as they did already. So fingers crossed they'll be able to make more, so more of you guys can get your hands on the awesome looking collector's edition for the game. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is already breaking conventional norms in gaming as well, just off of their base pricing. This game looks like a true next-gen JRPG and is being priced for a base edition of the game anyways at a $50 price point. In a day and age where games are usually at a baseline $70 and companies want AAA titles to steer into higher and higher numbers, getting a AAA looking game with over 40 hours of content at a discount seemingly at launch is a great breath of fresh air when it comes to us consumers, and has this indie team earning good graces left and right already, at least in my opinion. And that's without even mentioning their super compelling story and characters that have been revealed throughout the trailer so far. Which, speaking of, leads us into our main topic for today's video, which is Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is apparently, before the game even releases, in talks for a live-action movie adaptation of the game. According to Variety, Sandfall Interactive is in talks with Story Kitchen, makers of the Sonic movie trilogy and the Tomb Raider Netflix series, to go ahead and adapt the game's story into a live-action movie. Currently, this film project only has producers confirmed for it, as they are currently looking into a director and a full-on cast to take the helm of this project. The article says Story Kitchen had this to say about the project so far. We're thrilled to collaborate with Sandfall Interactive to bring the rich, immersive world of Expedition 33 to the big screen. The game's compelling narrative and complex characters provide a solid foundation for a cinematic experience that will resonate with both gamers and moviegoers alike. On top of that, Sandfall Interactive CEO had this to say about the partnership. Partnering with Story Kitchen allows us to expand the universe of Clair Obscur beyond the gaming realm. Their expertise in storytelling and passion for our vision make them the perfect team to translate our game into a captivating film. Overall, I'm excited that video game stories are starting to resonate with movies and shows once again, after the stench of terrible flops have seemingly gone away from the past video game adaptations that have failed. My mind personally takes me to something like The Walking Dead, at least when it comes to the early seasons, and The Last of Us TV show, where they adapted some pretty cool stories that ended up going beyond their original mediums, being comic books and video games, and in turn are being shown off to a whole new audience of people who would have never experienced it otherwise because they don't frequent the medium that they were at. That gives these people the opportunity to see these amazing worlds and stories that full-on development teams have been crafting together for years. It's genuinely something really cool to see in my opinion. But it is a different type of pain when a franchise you're so close to, like say the Halo series, adapts its stories, but they just get rid of everything that made the series great. After the flop that something like Halo Season 2 had, apparently Paramount sold the rights to the show over to Netflix, so I'm still holding out hope, but I guess we'll see. There's also things like the Mass Effect TV show that apparently are still in talks over at Amazon, which could or could not turn out to be what fans are wanting from a show adaptation as well. But again, I guess only time will tell. Also, if you're interested in learning about the early details on the Mass Effect TV show, I have you covered with this video shown on screen, which will be linked down in the description of this video if you're interested. But that about wraps up the Clair Obscur Expedition 33 news for today. Let me know if you secured your collector's edition for the game, and if you're excited or cautiously optimistic for a live adaptation of the story being in early talks in the comment section down below. For everyone who's made it this far, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed or found it entertaining, make sure to scroll down and make that like button glow so we can reach our like goal of 25 likes for this video. While you're down there, consider subscribing as we'll be covering Clair Obscur as updates come out, and make sure to check out some of my other Expedition 33 content, like the voice actors being revealed for the game, including some heavy Hollywood hitters like Charlie Cox, otherwise known as Daredevil, who will be playing one of the main characters, along with what inspired Clair Obscur's story and a brief breakdown of their initial reveal trailer. As always, your support through your viewership, liking, and subscribing is always greatly appreciated and helps me out tremendously against the existential threat that is the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you guys next time. Peace!